started a new incognito window. Okay, I'm gonna go to myviewboard.com, and then I'm gonna go to myviewboard.com/display. I'll note that this is something that I recorded yesterday, so I'm just gonna talk over the video. So once I've gone to myviewboard.com/display, I am presented with this screen. Now, this screen will require me to type the display code and a one-time password. Okay, the one-time password uh, gets refreshed every 30 seconds or 20 seconds. So if you're going to like connect, I would suggest waiting for a new password to be generated, and then it will ask you which screen you want to share. Okay, so once you've already shared, it will show you this screen. Note that there might be a delay uh, when you do something on the screen. There might be a delay when you see it reflected on the myViewBoard display. But since if you're on the same network, this should not be an issue. But there will be a like I know a 1 to 5 second delay. So do keep that in mind. So as you can see, I'm moving my mouse. Okay, so now I've opened my viewboard. I'm gonna change the background of this my viewboard so you can see how fast my viewboard display responds. Okay, now I'm gonna stop sharing the screen so that we can see what happens. If I click stop sharing, okay, so now I've stopped sharing. What happens is that my viewboard display still shows the last frame of my screen. So to cancel the screen, I just need to close the browser window. Once I close the browser window, it should go back to the default screen. Okay, so that is my viewboard uh, display for a box. Now, if you're going to run my viewboard box, there is still one feature that's connected to my viewboard display, and this is like you're going to open my viewboard display from my viewboard box. It's easier to show this when like on screen. So now I'm actually on my Windows. I'm gonna go to casting. If you can see, there's a section here that says code. Okay, so now this is my viewer display. I'm just gonna show the screen here. So what the code means is that you can type the display code on the code here. So I'm gonna type the display code here. Okay, so after I type the display code, I press the arrow, the plus sign, and then it will ask me for the one-time password. So I type the one-time password. After I type the one-time password, I click confirm. Now this might take a few minutes or a few seconds. Uh, Display might, I don't know, flicker for a few minutes or for a few seconds, but we just need to like wait it out. Okay, so now, yeah, display is now asking permission. So I'm just gonna grant permission to view display here. So after I granted permission, my viewer display should reflect my screen. Okay, so now I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna try to change my background again so you can see um, how much is the delay between my viewboard display and my viewboard for Windows. So changing my background. Okay, select a new background. Okay, select apply. Okay, okay. Now I'm gonna what do you call this? Disconnect from my viewboard display. Okay. So I go back to the casting icon. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click here, click on the entry again. So that immediately cancels my connection to my viewboard display. Now I'm gonna do one more thing. So I'm gonna click this icon over here. I'm gonna click the minus sign. And what that will do is it will unbind me from uh, the my viewboard display hardware on my viewboard box. This might take some time. Okay, so now it's not there. Okay, so that concludes the demo for my viewboard box, using my viewboard box from within my viewboard. Okay, so that's how we use my viewboard box, or my viewboard display in my viewboard box. So let's go back to demo number two. So what I'm going to do for demo number two is I'm going to connect a laptop client to an IFP that has my viewboard display installed. Okay, so let's go back here. Okay, so I'm in one of the meeting rooms. So I go to my viewboard display. Then to my viewboard display web page, I type the display code. Okay, let me finish. Then I'm going to type the password. After that, I'm gonna click send display to the screen. So let's just wait. It will ask me which screen I want to share it to. Okay, so after that, yeah, it should automatically display. Now I'm gonna open my viewboard. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna change my background. So you can see whatever I do on my laptop, it's mirrored on the IFP. So if I change my background, I click apply. Okay, then if I try drawing on it, it should mirror whatever I do. Okay, so now I'm gonna stop sharing. I'm gonna click stop sharing and see what happens again. Okay, stop sharing. Okay, so now that I've stopped sharing, similar to what happened earlier, the IFP displays the last frame that it receives. So if I do anything on my screen right now, it won't get reflected. So if I close my browser, that's the only time when my viewer display will go back to its default, yeah, the default screen.